In the remote village of Chandipur, nestled among dense forests and flowing rivers, lived the Roy family. The family consisted of the wise old grandfather, Hari Roy, his daughter-in-law Priya, and her two children, Payal and Ananya. Life was simple and the days were tranquil, but one fateful night changed everything. It was a moonless night when strange sounds started echoing through the village. Hari Roy, known for his calm demeanor, sensed something was amiss. "Stay inside," he warned his family. "I'll check what's going on." Grabbing his lantern, he stepped out into the eerie darkness. Priya tried to distract the children with stories, but Payal, being the curious 10-year-old, couldn't help but peek out the window. She gasped, seeing shadows moving swiftly across their courtyard. "Mom, something's out there," she whispered urgently. The tension in the air was palpable. Priya held Ananya close, her heart racing. They heard Hari's voice outside, but it was muffled and strange. Just then, the lantern flickered and went out. Everything plunged into darkness. Payal decided to act. "We can't just sit here. I'm going to find Grandpa." Priya, though frightened, knew Payal was right. She handed her a flashlight and said, "Be careful and stay together." As they stepped outside, the silence was deafening. Every rustle of leaves, every crack of a twig heightened their senses. They followed the dim light of the flashlight, searching for any sign of Hari. Suddenly, Ananya stumbled upon something metallic. "Look, it's Grandpa's watch," she exclaimed. Panic set in. Why would he leave his watch behind? They moved forward cautiously, and soon they found footprints leading to the forest. The forest was a maze of shadows and sounds. They navigated carefully, following the trail. After what felt like an eternity, they reached a clearing. There, under the faint light of the stars, was a small abandoned hut. The door was slightly ajar, creaking ominously in the wind. Payal signaled for silence as they approached. Pushing the door open, they were met with a sight that froze them in their tracks. There was Hari tied to a chair, but otherwise unharmed. "Grandpa!" Payal and Ananya cried out, rushing to untie him. Hari smiled weakly. "I'm fine, but we must leave quickly." Just then, they heard footsteps approaching. Priya grabbed an old sword from the wall, ready to defend her family. A figure appeared in the doorway. An old villager, Mr. Das. Hari's expression hardened. "Don't believe him. He's the thief." Mr. Das lunged forward, attempting to grab the artifacts. Priya swung the sword, narrowly missing him but forcing him back. Payal and Ananya, though scared, joined in to help untie Hari. With a burst of energy, Hari broke free from the remaining ropes and stood beside his family. Mr. Das, realizing he was outnumbered, tried to flee, but Payal, quick on his feet, tripped him with a stick. Mr. Das fell, and Priya swiftly tied his hands with a piece of rope. The family gathered the artifacts and safely returned to the village. The next morning, they informed the village head about Mr. Das's treachery. The villagers were shocked but relieved that the Roy family had uncovered the truth. The night had been filled with suspense and fear, but it ended with a deeper understanding of family importance. As dawn broke over Chandipur, the Roy family knew they had faced the unknown and emerged stronger, their bond fortified by the night's events.